Hello everybody, it's Charlie again, and I'm currently playing Shaolin vs. Wutang 2, The Return of the Martial Masters. This will be another one, and yeah, let's get into it. Hope you guys enjoy. Alright guys, today we'll be doing Jean-Claude Van Damme, the legendary martial artist. We're gonna fight Monkey Style. Supposed to be a character imitating Yin Biao. I'll probably do one on him too. But yeah, Jean-Claude Van Damme started in Shotokan Karate while he was doing ballet, believe it or not. That's why he's so flexible. And immediately they knew he had skills, so he started competing in karate tournaments and he became a champion. So yeah, he's renowned for his amazing split kick. But when he got into the movies, guys, he started with a couple of movies like No Retreat, No Surrender, Black Eagle. He was a bad guy in those. And then he did Bloodsport and he just exploded, like his fame exploded. I'm getting beat up though. Wow. Got him. That move right there is directly from No Retreat, No Surrender. He played a Russian martial artist. But anyways, in Bloodsport, where he fights Bolo Hyung from Enter the Dragon, Bolo was already in his 50s, I believe. He was pretty much older than Van Damme, a few years older. But Van Damme was such a fan of his that he put him in the movie as the main villain. Now, in Bloodsport, Van Damme had to heavily edit the movie, so he's known for editing the movie himself, because the original version, they did such a bad job that he ended up reworking it. But anyways, Van Damme also has done movies like Kickboxer, which was amazing, one of the best movies. There's always some kind of training scene in those movies. He moved up to Hard Target, Cyborg. Double Impact is one of my favorites, where he has a twin. And been watching him for years, guys. He did one called Double Team with Dennis Rodman. I like that movie, even though some people think it sucks. I think it was good, actually, because I think even though Dennis Rodman got a Razzie, he's probably the best NBA player that can act, you know, that can act mediocre, you know. Van Damme also knows some Muay Thai while he was making Kickboxer, and he also knows some ninjutsu from Frank Dukes, even though that's questionable, right? Nobody knows if Frank Dukes is lying, because his style in Bloodsport is ninjutsu. Either way, he's done so many movies, guys. Like, he was in the Expendables 2 with the, you know, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone, Bruce Willis. He's the main bad guy in that movie. Scott Adkins is the other bad guy. And Van Damme did such a good part, people started to notice that he was actually a good actor. You know, he just had no controls over his films back in the day, guys. But he's also a pretty good actor. But he's done several demonstrations showcasing his martial arts, working with MMA fighters. And everybody knows his life, because he's not afraid. That's what I like about Van Damme. He's so honest about himself that, you know, he tells people what not to do, because he went crazy when he got money, right? He did Street Fighter. A lot of people didn't like that movie. It's one of my guilty pleasures. I actually liked him as Guile. Raul Julia was M. Bison. Got him. Leopard Style versus... well, in the game they say it's kickboxing, but it's really Shotokan Karate, let's be honest. Thing is, it's already a karate person in the game, so they probably didn't want to reuse it. Come here. Got him. Split kicking. He was also supposed to do a movie with Jackie Chan years ago. He met up with him in Hong Kong. So he's pretty cool with Jackie Chan. He's not cool with Steven Seagal. They had a rivalry. Well, he wasn't cool in the past. I heard that they buried the hatchet recently. They celebrated Steven Seagal's birthday. So that was cool to see. That's when I knew that we were close to the end of the world. I never thought those guys would get along. But yeah. So yeah, he's a renowned martial artist that a lot of people like because he's very humble in his interviews and everything. I don't know what he's like in real life. Never got a chance to meet him. But I do like quite a bit of his movies. He was supposed to be the Predator in the Predator movie, but the outfit was so uncomfortable, and he's kind of claustrophobic, according to what I heard, that he just couldn't finish it. So, also they also thought he was a little bit too small. He's only 5'10", and they wanted the Predator to be scary against Arnold. You know, he's also known to win. You know, they call him the muscle from Brussels for a reason because he won Mr. Belgium at some point. He is from Belgium, guys, in case you're wondering. Because he speaks French, but he also speaks Flemish. It's a dialect that's in Belgium. His last name originates from the Netherlands because his dad is Dutch, I believe. But his karate instructor said early on he already knew that Van Damme had potential for martial arts. He was just really skinny, so he started building muscle. That's part of the reason why he got into bodybuilding. So he's well versed in different things, right? Fitness, martial arts, and flexibility, which is ballet. Ballet is very difficult, guys, even though people make fun of it. If you watch a Black Swan movie, it kind of gives you a little insight on how freaking ridiculously difficult it is. I did know somebody that did ballet years ago, and she told me it was pretty damn horrible. Like, the training is just too much, you know? Alright, finisher. I haven't done it yet. Boo! This is alright, but I think they could have done something better with it. Knocked out Jet Li, though. What bothers me about the Expendables 2 is that they had the opportunity to put Van Damme against Jet Li. And unfortunately, Jet Li is not in most of the movie. He leaves at the beginning. He does have a cool fight scene. But yeah, I've always wanted to see Van Damme versus Jet Li or Van Damme versus Jackie Chan. Like a movie with both of them in it or teaming up together. You know, it would be cool. Whoa, Donnie Yen is scary, bro. You gotta be careful with him. And there's so many other movies, guys, like Lionheart. I recommend that one. Sort of dramatic movie, but it has like a street fighting element where he fights for money. It's a long story. You just have to watch it. I thought that was one of his better dramatic roles. There's a lot of fighting in that movie, though. We watched it so many times. Back in the day, it was VHS. And we didn't have many VHS tapes, you know. But that was one of the ones we watched several times.
Round 2.
And he also trained with Chuck Norris. There's a video online where you can see him holding pads for Chuck. And Van Damme was also an extra in several movies. There's even a dance movie where he's an extra, and there's also a movie where I believe it's Missing in Action for Chuck Norris, where he's also one of the soldiers in the background.
Very good.
So he put in his work, bro. He was a dishwasher.
Very good.
At some point, I believe, used to sleep in his car. Yeah, man, he put in work for his career. I believe he's 65 now. And yeah, he's an older guy now, but he's still pretty impressively fit. Like, it's pretty insane that he could still kick like that at his age. You guys know many 65-year-olds that can do what Van Damme does? Probably not. Jackie Chan. There you go. There's one other person over 65. Jackie's in the 70s, though. But, yeah, so Van Damme is well respected in martial arts circuits. The people, like Michael Jai White, respects him. He actually sparred Michael Jai White. Michael Jai White said he wasn't scared to spar him at all. At the time Michael Jai White says he used to compete, So Van Damme, you know, he's been around the block. He's somebody that I would like to meet at some point, you know. And he has very, you know, just honest ideas in general. I know he's a fan of Bruce Lee's as
Very
well,
good.
which is why he does, which is, I did it in the first video for this game. I have a video on Van Damme for the first game, but I think this is the most genuine version of Van Damme. This game is just really way better, you know. It's part two, but sometimes the part twos are worse. In this case, really good. Like I said, only the
Round
roster
two.
is like smaller.
Fight.
I'm gonna use my sticks though this time.
Wonderful.
Got him. Damn, it's deadly, bro.
Wonderful.
What else can I say about Jean-Claude? Jean-Claude probably has one of the quickest booms in stardom. I hope he makes a comeback, honestly. He also has this dramatic role based, you know, loosely based on his life. And I forgot what it's called. I can't remember now, but the movie's in French, guys. Oh, we're up against Jim Kelly, though.
Round one. Fight.
Got him.
Wonderful.
But point is, Jean-Claude Van Damme also has a statue, I believe, in Belgium. So he's one of those people that are, you know, very widely known. It's kind of hard not to know who Jean-Claude Van Damme is. I often recommend movies of his to people. He mastered slow motion. He used to take off his shirt a lot in movies and show his butt quite often. But it was mostly the directors. It wasn't really his idea, but some people think it's his idea, but I don't know. I've seen stuff that contradicts that. Kind of hard to say. I mean, he's a bodybuilder after all. Proud of his physique. I think he's better than a lot of martial artists, honestly. Like, if you just look at his movements, he does shit that's very difficult to do when you kick. I also suspect he knows Savate, but I've never confirmed it. I kind of would ask him that question in real life. Uh-oh, Jim Kelly's not stopping. Back off! By far one of my favorite martial arts actors. He's one of the legendary ones. I put him in the top 10 of all time martial arts actors. Choreography is a little bit more, tries to be more realistic and brutal. There's movies where he can get points too many times. In real life, you can't, you know, let's be honest. But technically, you can if you think about it, because I've seen fights go like 5 rounds in the UFC and shit, where people just beat the shit out of each other. Nobody gets knocked out, so it's totally possible. The ladies in the game are tough. I have to get like technical. Whoa. You have to back off though. Whoa. Got her. She was weak in the knees. You understand, the bee's knees? Obviously, there's movies like The Quest that were tournament-based as well. They weren't that big. But I recommend The Quest as well. I believe that was Van Damme's directorial debut. I also have The Quest on DVD somewhere. Maximum Risk. There's just a lot of movies, guys. And more recent ones that people may not be aware of. But he does less martial arts nowadays in his movies. I think he tries to put more drama in it. So I'm just mentioning the really good ones from when he was younger. I hope he does a movie with Steven Seagal. I think that would be crazy. Like, people would not believe it, you know? Bolo is also in Double Impact with Jean-Claude Van Damme, and he's way scary in that movie. And the movie's cool because you see two sides of Jean-Claude. It's just, you know, cool movies, man. Hard Target, I recommend. It's the first Jean Woo, or the movie that made Jean Woo famous in the States. A lot of people don't know Van Damme worked with John Woo, the famous action director from Hong Kong. And, you know, there's a couple others with Rob Schneider. I believe that's called Knockoff, where there's scam artists that sell, you know, bootleg jeans and shoes instead of Puma. Puma with two M's, basically. Ooh, you heard that? Is that your best? See the split kick? Oh, shit.
Very good.
I'm just trying to mess everybody up with this karate.
Wonderful.
Van Damme also has two kids, believe it or not. They're not kids anymore. They both know martial arts. In fact, his daughter is like many areas doing the splits. His son is in some of his movies. His daughter is in some of his movies, more recent ones. And Gladys Portuguese is a wife, a famous bodybuilder. So yeah, his whole thing is about fitness, and his family followed right behind. They're all into it. So yeah, I think Chuck Norris might be the guy that gave him his start, you know, in film. Kind of connected him to other people, which is pretty cool because Chuck seems like a nice guy in real life. I never met him either, but that would be cool to me.
Wonderful.
Hear the cat? That's from the movie. When the cat meows, then they start fighting. Well, Van Damme's not in that movie. That's Return of the Dragon. But you guys know this whole thing here.
Spectacular.
Once again, I recommend this game 100%, guys. Your favorite martial artists doing their authentic moves from their movies. And there's so many other movies I probably didn't even mention, but you guys should check out because there's an endless sea of cool action martial arts films for Van Damme.
Wonderful.
Got him. Damn, he was known for having one of the most sculpted bodies in film. And he does like I believe a YouTube where he teaches older people how to train without hurting themselves. I don't know if he still does a YouTube channel. You guys should check it out. He also had a reality show that I watched for a little while. Oh shit, Bolo is going Bolo on me.
Very good.
Bolo, you're not getting away with this. And he had a dinner with Bolo that's pretty popular on YouTube, where Bolo is saying nice things about Van Damme. Usually people like Van Damme. Van Damme seems like a nice person. Sometimes likes to joke, but he overall seems like a genuine guy, which is something that I really like about him. But I usually focus on people's talent and career, right? Like, their personal life has nothing to do with me. So I don't get all up in people's business, you know what I'm saying? I think that we should watch the films. If we like his films, cool. If we don't, then, you know, watch some other martial artists. It's over, Bolo. It's over.
Win. Congratulations.
There you go, guys. A video on Jean-Claude Van Damme. After winning the tournament one more time, he visited his brother's grave again. He just wanted to bring some fresh flowers and promise his brother he will continue defending his memory as many times as necessary. Ooh. That's pretty cool. So yeah, guys, as you saw, legendary martial artist Jean-Claude Van Damme. Check out some of his films because he was really cool. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end it right here. I do hope you guys enjoyed. Please like and subscribe when you get a chance. And like I always say, go game.